So Rob Searan is loaded up and ready to take aim at the firearms industry. He's written a piece about the gun bubble reigniting. So what do we got? We've got stocks. We've got a big gun bubble coming back.
We've got stocks that basically some of them have doubled, some of them are up 50%.
So what do we have? Smith and Wesson,
Smith and Wesson's almost doubled. Sturm Ruger's about 50%, and Cabela's they're hunting like Superstore.
I know Cabela's very well. I've got one of their credit cards. But this is all about one thing: fear that Obama is going to win the re-election.
It is,
and then squelch the right of good Americans to own firearms.
Yeah, and we saw a similar thing about 4 years ago when Obama was first elected. Gun sales went through the roof. If Smith & Wesson's backlog went up by about a factor of 10 over the space of a couple months. Now, there may have been...
And then it dropped down once the president came in and did absolutely nothing to restrict guns in this country, right?
And that may have something to do with the economy is really bad at that time again. But then again...
Okay, the banking system was going to hell. You thought you needed a gun so you could get your canned goods.
Protect your beans, etc.
Okay.
Well, and then people were buying... tankers of fuel and parking them in their backyard and this
gold
kind of stuff.
In their walls and guns in their
business,
vaults.
right? I mean, Smith & Wesson stock's doubled, backlog's 10 times again, right? It's up to 200.
It's up by more than twofold, yeah.
It's up to 200 million again, you said, right? So, I mean, this is kind of an interesting industry.
But wait a minute, what's going on here, though? The NRA, the National Rifle Association, is clearly ginning this up. You've got a quote in your piece from the head of it.
Wayne LaPierre. He said, well, Obama didn't do anything in the first term, but that's only because it's a secret plot.
It's a conspiracy to get you in the second.
In the second plot, he's going to outlaw guns, basically.
So, but look, the NRA gets it. It's so obvious.
So implausible, though, isn't it? I mean, he's not going to be a super strong president in the second term. Even if he wanted to do this, he couldn't. And it seems like such a low priority, such a thankless task to even try.
I mean, to be fair, the Trayvon Martin, this whole issue of gun ownership, and I mean, that's not actually a gun control problem, but you can understand how people might conflate those issues. But it really is. I mean, the NRA is basically gun owners, and I would imagine gunsmiths help support the NRA. So there's a sort of circle of support here that has got to be inflating this bubble.
You don't know if necessarily they believe it or they want to believe it. It's the type of thing where, say, if you're getting paid to believe something, it's very hard to believe the opposite.
Right.
And so the NRA, they definitely want, they have a reason to push this, but they probably also do fear that restrictions are coming.
Right. Well, it's certainly the reason that they can get all those members. All right, well, we'll be back with more Breaking Views tomorrow.